my badasses. Today is actually Sunday, but I'll be posting this later on this week. And I am making one of my meals that I have pretty much every single lunch that I do is this meal, and it's pasta. So I am gonna go ahead and show you all how I make this. It's probably going to be a little bit choppy because it takes a while. Only because my burner, I have, you'll see my burner, and the power likes to go off on it a lot, so I have to deal with that. I have to deal with so many things when it comes to my kitchen, but I get through it, so I know you guys can too. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get to the cooking. Alright. Alright, so I had my water boiling. It's starting to bubble just a little bit, so I'm going to add my noodles. And I use these noodles right here, and I get them from Costco. I'm going to put 2 packs in here, excuse me, and each one is 9 servings. I'm actually only going to make, so that'll be 18 altogether. I'm only going to make 16 servings worth when I dish this out. I don't add salt to my water, but you are more than welcome to. And I only didn't because I forgot. Okay, so these are all cooked up now. I'm going to drain them and put them in my 16 containers, and then I will start on the sauce. All right, now we have the sauce. The pan is still really hot, which is fine. So I use this olive oil. Use whatever olive oil that you want. And I don't measure anything, so that much. I also happen to love garlic, and I buy the garlic that's already minced. It lasts a really, really long time, and I guess I'll just use this if it'll fit. It does fit. It lasts a really long time. It stays fresh and whatnot. So we'll just get that going. All right, now this time around, I'm using the onions that come in a bag, and they're frozen, and I was stupid and like thawed them out, so they're probably gonna be mush, honestly, but I'm gonna use them anyway. And I do my onions and my garlic and my bell peppers first. Oh, they're not too bad. That means I don't have to cut onions ever again because these are only $1. I'm doing bell peppers and more onions. Apparently I'm going to load this up with onions, which is fine. I don't think it's all going to fit in my pot today. I am going to go ahead and cook this down, and then I will add my different spices that I do. I now put mushrooms in there because the steam will help cook them down. And I do 2 packs of mushrooms because I really like mushrooms. I really like food. Let's just be real here. So the moisture from the onions is going to help cook down the mushrooms. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not too much salt. Like I said, I don't measure anything. So this is onion powder. Then we have garlic powder. I have black pepper, got some basil. And we got some Italian herb seasoning. And then this might be really weird to some of you, but it's actually really good. I put chili powder in it. Okay, I'm gonna need more chili powder than that, so I'm gonna go a little crazy. People always tell me it smells like Southwestern-y when I reheat this at work. And then some paprika. Not too much because I don't want it too hot. And then my mom got me this garlic. I think it's, I don't even know. There you go. My mom got me it for Christmas. And she got it from like a farmer's market. So in California, in Ventura County. So I don't know if you guys can get it or not. So I mix all this in. It smells pretty good already. And then I use these White Life, there we go, Smart Ground Mexican crumbles. They just taste like they have taco seasoning in it, maybe. More Southwestern flavor to it rather than the other ones. I just like them better, so I put that in. And I put it in when I put all my herbs in because like any tofu or soy, it soaks up the flavors. So I want it to be in there longer with all my herbs so it'll soak up the flavor more. And it looks just like ground meat. Just spilt it everywhere. That's fun. Alright, so I mix this in. And I'm going to go ahead and let this cook for a little bit. Okay, so this has been cooking for a while. And it smells so good, oh my goodness. Ah, but it's burning on the bottom. I'll just do this. Move over to the cool one. Okay, so I'm going to add all of my vegetables. I have some cut green beans. And I decided to use the frozen because they're actually fresher than if you do canned, and they don't have sodium on them. Oh, broccoli. And each of these bags is only $1 at Ralph's or Kroger. So it's really not that expensive. And this will give me more than 2 weeks worth of lunches. And I like to add all the vegetables in it so that way it's like when you trick your kids into eating spinach, like when you put the spinach in the sauce. So I put all these vegetables in here to make sure that I'm getting vegetables throughout the day. All right, I'm gonna let this cook a little bit as well. Put it back on this one. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna go ahead and put my sauce in. So I just buy this at this big old bottle from, there's about 15 servings on here. How much is it? 4 pounds worth of sauce. And I put this into my, whatever you wanna call this. I don't make my own sauce because I don't care enough. If it's not fast and easy, I will not be making it. That's pretty much how the story goes. So I put water in here to get the excess sauce off the side. It also makes it a little bit more saucy since I have so many vegetables in it. And so I don't know if this will make any sense to you, but to me this sauce smells very tomato-y, like it's not cooked enough. So I actually mix everything in and I go ahead and let it simmer for like 20 to 30 minutes depending upon what I feel. And I kind of cook the fresh smell out of it. I don't know if you guys will even understand what I'm trying to say. It's almost like when you cook down actual cans of tomato and tomato paste, how it has that really tomatoey smell. It just doesn't smell as good as I would want it to, like as it doesn't smell as good as I want it to taste. So if I go ahead and cook it down, then I'm able to get really good flavor in it, and it just tastes a lot better. So I go ahead and cover it up, put it on low to medium heat, and let it do its thing for about 20 minutes. And when it's all done, I will scoop it out into all my containers. I go ahead and put all my containers out and start filling them. And my pot's over here. And like I said in the beginning, I have 18 containers. I lied, 16 containers. And I just put all of the sauce in all of these. And if I have leftover sauce, I go ahead and pour the ones that look like they're low. And then I'll put everything in MyFitnessPal and calculate it out. It'll probably be about 400 calories-ish. At the end of this, I'll go ahead and put a page up that shows what the nutritional content is of all of this. Oop, that was a lot. That was a lot too. Whoops. And then the last thing that I do is I really love this brand for a cheese replacement, and it doesn't have the same texture as actual cheese, nor does it have the same flavor as normal cheese, but I love the creamy texture that it gives my food. So I go ahead, and a bag has 8 servings, so I split that up in between my 16 containers, so I do half a serving of it, and it gives this really amazing flavor to this whole thing. And that is my lunch every single day until I get bored of it and change it up, and that hasn't happened yet. So there you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you try it and end up loving it or hating it, go ahead and let me know.